Hi there, happy Tuesday everybody. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to share a video from the fitting contest at the Miniature Hereford Junior Nationals with the Miniature Hereford Breeders Association here in Lubbock a couple of weeks ago. It's a contest with kids and cattle and their events in that particular contest. I had a friend of mine who did the evaluation of the kids in the contest, Mr. Popelka. And Matt's a great guy. We're on the same page. I've learned a lot from Matt. I get inspired by Matt. Matt is a great advocate for just life in general. Number one, he's a Christian. Number two, he's all about kids and family. And number three, he's all about the ag industry and stock showing and anything positive for these kids. I'm going to share this. We're going to do some of this throughout here in the next few weeks. Over the next month or two, you're going to kind of see this on and off as we kind of bounce all over the place. Have you been seeing stuff? I feel this is very important for our society and our roles as a parent. We are so busy with life every day. We barely have time to even think about the little things, and we got to force ourselves to stop and think about the little things. These kind of projects you could share with your kids and your family is one of them. Mom, dads, kids, grandparents, everybody all together, all ages. This is a great opportunity for your children to have family united projects. I'm all about sports. Don't get me wrong. I did sports when I was younger, and I'm a sports fan. The thing about sports over this is sports, you get to cheer from the sidelines. Moms get to clean up the boo-boos. Dad gets to hug and pat them on the back and listen to them cry and give them support and comfort that we're there for them, good or bad. Well, we get to do that here in the stock show world as well, animal world. And also we get to see the involvement. We get to be a part of the involvement with the kids throughout the project. We don't do it all, of course, but we're there to support. And we work together with the kids. And the kids, we teach them and we learn with them. And we yell and scream and cry with them, and then we also are happy tears, and we enjoy the great moments. Get to see life, get to see baby animals, get to see how life happens and taking care of them and learning to take care of them and watch. I mean, it just goes on and on with life lessons with this industry. And if you need to know more about it, I would sure be happy to help you steer you in the right direction, as we got wonderful 4-H county agents and FFA leaders all across this country. It's a wonderful place to have your families in, especially those kids, and it's for all age groups. It's kind of one of them deals, you pick your poison. Some people like little animals, some people like big animals. But it's an opportunity for families to work together and be together. And in today's society, that's very rare. Most of us are busy hustling, bustling back and forth and drop kids off here, drop kids off there. At least in this industry, we can learn life lessons and teach life lessons to our children and ourselves. I'm not going to post the statistics, as I don't know the detail, but I know it's not very many. There's very few kids out there who are going to be college athletes. There is very, very few that's going to be pro athletes. Very few. I would love to see every kid go out there and be a brave, but not all kids can do that. And not all kids are that kind of quality athletes. And us parents, none of us are that kind of quality coaches to push to get them there. It's just not the way it is. But sports is a great opportunity to be involved and do teamwork and have fun. And I'm not against sports, believe me. I'm all for sports too. But the difference between that versus this is one industry that we can do as a family unit together. Everybody could participate together, and that's something that we missing out in society. It's gone by the wayside, and luckily we're one industry that can still do that. Your kids would benefit greatly. You do get a lot of opportunities for scholarships and things like that, where a lot more opportunity than what you would if you was playing sports out there. Here you get lots of life lessons, and you get lots of quality time with your families and with your children. We're hoping maybe with this video will give you a little bit of enlightenment, okay, to see what some of these kids have got, and the smiles and intensity on their faces, and also the good, kind words from Magic Man himself. Hope you guys enjoy. Hello everybody, welcome to Lubbock, Miniature Hereford Breeder Association, Miniature Hereford Junior Nationals, the original. Today was day 3 and we have our fitting contest today, and we have Matt Popelka, who is our fitting contest judge, and we're gonna let Matt tell us about himself and his experience and where he's from, and share a little bit with us about today's fitting contest.
Well, I really want to talk about the kids real bad, but I'll tell you a little about myself.
Okay.
Billy and I go way back. I've been in Texas for over 20 years. Met my wife, came down from Kansas. I remember I was working for Mid-Continent Farms and went to Chris Black's and got a call and never left. Went to Bill Cody's and never left Texas. Always been in love with the show world. Texas is. I always loved steers. I didn't really have good steers growing up, but I really wanted to get better. And I remember going over to a guy's place, and I saw all these pictures on the wall of champions, and I just thought it was so cool, and I wanted that, and so I ended up working for him. And man, I'm in Texas. I love kids and cows. I love the people that we meet, the people that we interact with. I'm fortunate enough to be pretty close to Lubbock and South Plains College, so I get a lot of kids that come work for us at CPR Cattle that have, that it's like God will give you, or you put people in your lives, whether that be families that we help or kids that help us. It's neat to pour into other people and have other people pour back into what we're doing.
So you raise cattle, you have CPR cattle, and y'all still raising cattle and primarily shorthorns still.
Yes.
And then you got your day job, you got your business.
Yeah, sometimes we got to have something to feed the habit and the hobby.
And then you got your kids who are getting on about graduating, and then you got grandkids coming up.
Yes. Yeah, we all talk about how it goes. I mean, we talk about it. It goes fast, and kids grow up, and it's bittersweet. It really is. When you want the kids to grow up, but then sometimes you just want to put a brick on their head and hit pause and just enjoy that moment. Yeah, enjoy that time. So I mean, with your kid or my kid, it's like you blink, and sometimes I saw Zane and I hadn't seen him in a while, and it's like, man, he has a beard now, and I'm like, in my mind, some of these kids are supposed to still be kids and not driving or having kids or whatever.
That's one thing. When my older kids started out showing, Matt was one of the first ones, besides our ag teacher and our county agent here in Lubbock, Robert Scott and Greg Glover. And we started out with Matt, and Matt was just perfect with kids. They were good people, perfect family. I mean, just fun. We always had fun with Matt. And the circle around Matt's barn crew, barn kids, the clinics, we would go to Matt's on Saturdays. We would have show clinics and the details, and Matt was just so good with my older kids when we first started out. And throughout the years, all the other families that rotate in and out of Matt's circle and friends, it's pretty amazing. We want to raise Grand Champion cattle, of course, but our biggest goal is raising Grand Champion kids and having products of society for our future leaders. And I think Matt's passion is definitely for that.
Billy, when I grew up, I knew that I liked show cattle, but there was other people that poured in my life, and I know I talked to God a lot, and I was like, hey God, I want to give back, and so I will. If there's a kid that's hungry and that wants to work, then man, let's go. I'll help you. I can only do so much, but I like to challenge kids. I like to challenge myself, and I like to challenge those around me. And it's just so cool how you never know who God will put in your life or how it's going to interact. And to me, having a spiritual side to this is very important, because I know that there's been days where life's kicked me in the teeth, and I've had to rely on God and my faith. I know there's days where it's like if you win a show and you're on top of the world, and then it's a roller coaster ride, and maybe that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, you had one of those one time. Class 12 at Fort Worth, or heavy
11,
Class 11 at Fort Worth, and He won the exotics, and generally when you win the exotics at Fort Worth, you're pretty much fixing to be that next Fort Worth grand champion. And that particular year, the judge chose a breed calf, and it wasn't exotic. So, but it worked out. There's value in that, and Cooper got to keep showing a little while longer, and here we are, getting ready for senior year.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you look back and you're like, man, would I have liked to win Fort Worth? Yes. I was talking to Jagger Horn, a kid that, very, that showed everywhere, won everywhere. And he's like, man, I wish that I could have won later so I could have got to show more. And I know every year that we get to show, I thank God that, hey, I get one more shot going. And so you never know how God's going to work. It is funny how this ride that we're on will humble you, or, it's up. You can't get too high or too low. And so just, go in the middle. And the cool thing is, like you've been, you did work for me in your other business. And it's crazy how, we all are showing cattle, but there's so much more to this. And it's cool to do business with people that we show cattle with. And it's just, that's, it's kind of a good community that we have.
Yes. And our kids are around good friends. Kids are around good kids. Families, all the families are good families. And it just really, it makes life a lot better and a lot smoother. And then when we do have hard times, we got each other to fall on. And of course, we all put number one. We put God first in our lives, and that's the most important thing. And we're all on the same page. And we can go to a show, and there could be thousands of us there, and we know our kids are going to be taken care of and looked after if we got to the other way or go somewhere or they wander off.
Man, if I was in East Texas or somewhere, anywhere, you could call somebody and somebody might know somebody, and by go, oh, that's a livestock person. It's not. It seems like we all kind of help each other out. It's like if somebody breaks down or this or that, it's like, hey, we're all community. So it's a great, because we all know that if you're going to show cattle, you can't do it on your own. It really takes a village.
Yes, and. So what was your favorite thing today about Mini-Herefords?
Well,
you don't get around minis much.
I do, but I have. We had. I remember getting a Mini-Hereford heifer from you.
Yeah.
And when she got a middle name, it was Glitzy Puddin' Crenshaw. So I knew that thing wasn't leaving. But I love the kids, man. We started out with the juniors or the peewees or whatever, the young kids, and just the energy, man. It was so cool to have those young kids. Maybe they didn't know, how to do it perfect, but by God, they were in there trying and getting after it. Oh, it was fun. And it just kind of progressed. And that was the fun thing, is just, starting at a level. It's like, hey, let's get these kids to touching cattle. And that interaction, I think, is very important.
Baby steps.
Baby steps, yes. And then we had some kids putting in glue, and then and then we ended out in the senior. The kids were, it was like, hey. And I told this is the something interesting to those that know. But I told one of the parents, and just nonchalantly walking by, I said, I can tell a kid who has fit cattle by just listening. I don't even have to look, because I can hear the little just the way they spray the glue.
Yes.
The kids were interacting and talking. Yes. And so to me, that was the neat part, is just watching the kids and then seeing, okay, this one, there was a girl, she's like, I've never even done this before. And and it was cool. But there was, a boy was telling her, hey, do this, don't do that. And I just saw just so much neat and good coming out of the teamwork. And the cool thing today was, I kind of listened. I asked them where they're all from, and I don't think there was anybody that had a team that was from the same state. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. But
we mix them up, so they're all mixed up when they're assigned to the team. So the purpose is they get to learn somebody new, they get to learn to work with somebody new, and they're getting camaraderie with another person on their team from another state, and it helps grow the bond and the connections. And
yeah, I mean, and I saw it. That was the good thing, is I saw kids working together, working hard, and for the ultimate goal of just to get better. It was like, hey, we're gonna try, and that's what I fell in love with the whole show cattle thing is, I wanted to take an animal and make it better. You know, it's through hard work, washing, blowing, clipping, feeding, all those things. It's like, hey, there's a lot of these puzzle pieces to the puzzle that, you know, inevitably we're all shooting for that backdrop picture.
Yep. Yep.
So,
and our ultimate goal, raising grand champion kids. As I've progressed with older kids, passing on, and in my youngest, and she's getting up in there in the junior high. I mean, the little things, the details. It's like the most important thing about this is, to me, is my kid learning to be able to have the tools to cope and handle things with adversity and planning and goals and taking care of themselves in life. And what amazing industry we get to have fun with.
it's a tool. Yeah,
Yep.
the tool is that we get to make memories, you know, and we've had our heart broke, and
Yep.
and we've, you know, and the sun always comes up, and so to me that prepares the kids for life.
Yep.
Is no, you're not going to win every day.
Nope.
But if you get better, then you won. You know, if you learn something, if you keep going, if you keep striving, and the relationships. My son, him and his girlfriend met at a show, and they've been dating for years. You know, and it's kind of a cool story. You know, I think of all those things. You know, and it makes me happy to the big picture of the relationships and all of that.
Yep. Well, Matt was our fitting contest judge today, and he was a perfect person for these kids, and he really energized it. If anybody knows Magic Man, you know how he rolls. So,
well, and I want to say to you, thank you for. I walked through the barn. I saw that I've helped with shows. You've helped shows, but I walked through the barn, and you had porta-coolers out there. Look like I just could tell I'm happy for you and the volunteers and the people. You know, sometimes people just don't understand what all goes into putting a good, well-run show together. So kudos to you and the team.
We have a large team here. We start 2 weeks after actually this show. We'll start working for next year, and we've got a Junior Nationals show committee. And last year when they announced Lubbock, I've been politicking for Lubbock, asking for Lubbock, or Texas, let me say Texas, for a long time. The ones that we've been going to the last few years, been involved with. And it was voted on, and I thought, here we go, here's my chance. And we started last summer, about 2 weeks from now, I hit the ground running, boom, boom, boom. And as it went by, and the thought process and the events and putting it together, it was a lot. And there was a lot of setbacks, and there was a lot of positives, and fundraising, and a lot of work. And just a week before, here we go. And then when everybody got here and turned the light switch on, time to go, it just all fell in line. We've had a good week, and this is probably the best one we've ever had.
Well, good. It's good.
Anything for the kids, and seeing all the smiles on the kids and playing and having fun, and the camaraderie and engagement. It's just something I'm passionate to, and I strive for. You know, we're all in the same circle. We breathe the same way.
Yes. Well, good job, brother.
Well, thanks a lot for coming. Really appreciate that. Well, thanks everybody. That's our little bit of conversation with Matt today, the judge that was all over our fitting contest, and glad you tuned in.
Had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone.